Hi everyone, this short video is going to go over the instructions for our major research project this semester, the research essay, or entering the conversation. You already have almost all of the information you need to do well on this essay because we've already modeled this process in the synthesis essay. Like the synthesis essay, you'll be designing your own argument and entering the conversation, but this time you'll be using the research that you found in the annotated bibliography and during this Project 4 unit. So let's get started. So this semester we've been learning about writing as joining a conversation. We've talked about the importance of listening before writing or speaking, and in the annotated bibliography you did a tremendous amount of work to go deep into your research question. You've listened to what they say. Now it's time for you to create your own argument and enter the conversation. So a couple things to note about this assignment. This is the assignment that is required to pass English 1010. If you don't complete a 6-page research paper, there's no possible way to pass English 1010 with a C or higher. So the requirements for this paper are 6 complete pages of writing. That does not include the works cited page. Also, a requirement is sources. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So imagine you've been invited to contribute an academic essay to an undergraduate journal. In an essay of at least 6 complete pages, create an argument that answers your approved research question for an academic audience of your peers and other professors. Your essay should synthesize resources to present compelling evidence about your argument. For this essay, you're going to use the classical argument style, and you can find more information about that in the module about writing the essay. Paragraphs should be clear and unified. You should apply all of the work and learning that we've done all semester to this essay. Evidence should be introduced and analyzed completely. You should use a mixture of summary, quote, and paraphrase as appropriate. And you need to cite your sources correctly and responsibly in MLA style. Be sure you include a complete and accurate work cited in MLA format. So let's take a look at how we're going to do this project. Before you write, you're going to come up with a preliminary thesis to guide your argument. There are some process assignments that will help you with that. You'll be completing a synthesis matrix to help you isolate emergent themes and ideas in your research because you might have a lot more information from your research than you can possibly cover in a unified argument. And then once you do your synthesis matrix, you're going to take a look and see if you need some more research for any of the themes that you plan on discussing. So once you have all of your preliminary work done, you'll be planning and drafting. You're going to outline your main claims, reasons, and evidence. Whether you participate in the extra credit outline or you do the planning on your own is up to you. You're going to draft your essay using clear signal phrases to introduce your sources, and be sure to use a combination of summary, paraphrase, and direct quotations. Check over your rhetorical situation before you revise and submit. What was your purpose? Have you addressed the context? And have you met your audience's needs? And also check over your use of sources. Have you introduced every summary, paraphrase, or quotation with a signal phrase? Have you provided in-text citations for each direct quote or paraphrase? Is every source in your reference page or works cited also cited in your text? Check over your paragraphs. Do you use the pattern that we developed with the T paragraphing? Do you analyze and discuss each piece of evidence before moving on to the next piece of evidence and have transitions between that evidence to help synthesize them? Are there any paragraphs that begin or end with a quote? That is a big signal that you're missing something. Check your synthesis. Does each paragraph or claim have at least 2 different sources or pieces of evidence to support it? Remember, we don't achieve synthesis with a single data point. Check over your introduction. It should immediately draw your audience's attention to the specific issue. It should preview a clear thesis and your argument. It should provide enough background information to get your reader ready. Check your thesis. Does it work to control the essay? Or has your essay included information that you didn't originally plan? Do you need to revise your thesis? How can you revise it to help better preview your information for your reader? Remember, essay organization is all about making a promise, delivering on the promise, reminding them what the promise was, and hitting that home. So there's that little bit of repetition with a difference all the way through, which means that those 3 parts of your essay really have to match. So take another look at your conclusion. Do you leave your audience with a final thought that emphasizes the importance of your argument? Do you go beyond just simply restating your thesis and get to that so what? So the other requirement for this essay is that it uses at least 6 resources from the PGCC library, including 1 peer-reviewed scholarly article. You should not use more than 2 resources from the general internet or a Google search unless you have explicit permission from the instructor. Make sure you go over these minimum requirements carefully. These are requirements that match our course objectives, and this is really your kind of end of the semester proof that you have met the objectives of English 1010 and that you're ready to move on to Composition 2. If you have any questions about the final paper, if you want to arrange a conference or talk with me more about it, please feel free to reach out by email or sign up for an office hour meeting. Don't forget, we also have a writing center available that can help you with this as well.